Hello, I'm Kirstен, the Chief Learning Officer at Khan Academy, and I'm sorry I couldn't join you in person for the conference, but I'm excited to share a few of our thoughts from Khan Academy about the potential uses of artificial intelligence in education. We, last March, launched something called Kanmigo, which is an AI-powered tutor for students and assistant for teachers. And as part of that work, I wanted to share a little bit about how we think about the potential of artificial intelligence. First, we started not from, here's a new technology that seems really cool and what could we do with it? We started thinking about what we know about how people learn. And there are decades of research that have shown consistently some consistent findings about how people learn. So first, we know students learn more when they are cognitively engaged with the material to be learned. So this means their brains are processing, they're thinking through the information, they're linking it to things they already know, they're explaining it in their own words. All of that leads to greater learning. Second, we know that students learn more when they work on material that's just at the edge of what they can do, which means they often need a little bit of support in order to be successful with that material. And it's really difficult for a teacher with a large classroom of students to provide each of them with that individualized little bit of support. Third, we know that students do better when they get immediate feedback on their responses. So a lot of the intelligent tutors in the world have been able to give immediate feedback on answers, but haven't been able to provide step-by-step feedback, or if they have not been able to do it in a conversational way that engages with students. And finally, we know that students learn more when they see value in what they are learning, and that value can take a lot of different forms, but we think that it's important for them to understand how what they're learning connects to either other things they want to learn, other things that are coming, their hobbies, the things they want to do in their careers. Sometimes we see value in doing something because our peers are doing it, but regardless of what that is, these are four things that we know have been difficult in regular classrooms because of the scale that's required. And so as we started thinking about what we could do with artificial intelligence, this is where we started to think about those possibilities. So when we talk about engagement, students, for example, with Kanmigo can engage with the characters in a book. Here, a student is engaged with Jay Gatsby and says, I want to talk to Jay Gatsby, and is able to say we have basically configured the artificial intelligence to reply and take on the persona of Jay Gatsby. And so the student says, what's the significance of the green light in this story? And the artificial intelligence, the model, responds by talking a little bit about what that is, but then turns it around and asks, now tell me, have you ever had a dream or a goal that seemed just out of reach, like my green light? And so engages in that conversation. Then we move to providing support. So here again, we can see that when a student is working on a particular problem on Khan Academy, such as solve for R, and you've got an equation with variables on both sides, a student might just say, I'm stuck. And we have then enabled the artificial intelligence to understand what problem they're working on, what the answer to that problem is, what the steps to solve it are, and how to act like a tutor. So instead of just giving the answer, it says, no worries, let's break it down together. Let's try to simplify the equation by combining like terms. What do you get when you combine the terms with R on the right side of the equation? So again, it's starting to prompt the student without giving the answer. So this is a difference between, for instance, what you see with ChatGPT and what we're able to do when we can control that same large language model using prompts in an educational environment. And that's an important thing to think about. We can also do that providing feedback on math steps. So this student has started to combine those like terms and gotten it incorrect. And it's able to correct right there at that step that they've gotten wrong instead of waiting for the end. And finally, it can answer that age-old question that students ask, why should I care about learning this? And instead of trying to guess, actually it starts a conversation again and says, what are some of the things you care about and goals you have? Knowing that will help me show you how this topic can be useful for you. So I hope this gives a little peek into some of the things that we're doing to enable artificial intelligence with our knowledge about how students learn to act as a tutor and help scale what we know good human tutors do. So we hope that we can consider how artificial intelligence can help us enhance human intelligence and human potential. Thank you.